guys, hello, welcome, how are ya? I'm Crystal from the Dog Psychology and Training Center, and today I want to talk about introverted and extroverted dogs. How do you know which one your dog is, and what does that mean? So very much like humans, some of us are introverts, some of us are extroverts, some of us are more shy, and some of us are more outgoing. And so to have an introvert versus extroverted dog, what does that mean for you? So let's go back to humans because we're the most familiar with them. So people, I am kind of unique because I am a shy, extroverted. Let me start over. So if you just are joining us, I was live a few minutes ago and my internet crashed, and so I lost my live feed, so then I just restarted it. So now I'm a little flustered. So let me, if you're just joining us or if you are on the live feed, please join this one. This is going to be the continuation of the last one. So I am a outgoing introvert. What that means is I love to be around people, but when I'm around a lot of people, it drains my energy. I need to be alone to recharge my energy. An extrovert is somebody around people to recharge their energy and feel to top 100%. And so when they're alone, it drains their energy. And so dogs are very much the same way. And if you start to watch your dog in social interactions, not just with your family, because we're different with our family, right? We're different with our family or really, really, really close friends. But when we're with new people or strangers, that's where you really notice it taking effect. And even with like my close friends or even family, when I have large family get-togethers, I love seeing everybody. I love being with them, but it drains me. And so I need to take time when I get home to be by myself. I need to be in a room by myself, read by myself, watch TV by myself. I don't want to be spoke to. I don't want to be, have people or my kids demanding my attention because I will not recharge. Like I need to be alone to recharge. But I love being around my friends and family. Some dogs are the same way. So Morgan, our dog, is very much an outgoing extrovert dog. She needs to be around people to feel she loves to be around people. However, we've had other dogs that, while they loved being around us, their family, they did not enjoy being around strangers. And so they were more introverted. And we often get families contacting us and say, I got this dog to take downtown. And while I understand where they're coming from, that's not really fair to the dog. It's kind of like saying, I had a kid to play football. I had a kid to be in the job. Well, maybe that's not what your kid wants to do. And maybe that's not what your dog wants to do. And maybe that's not what your kid is born to do. And that's not what your dog is born to do. So, or you know how people get a dog and say, I got my dog to be a therapy dog. Well, I love where you're coming from, but let's treat your dog for who they are, accept them for who they are, and see where that takes us. Maybe your dog could be a great fly ball dog or a great agility dog, or maybe your dog could do good at scent games and using its nose, or maybe your dog would be the perfect therapy dog. But I want to make sure that your dog enjoys the style of life that you give them, not one that you impose upon them or one that you really want for them for, let's be honest, our own personal, selfish human reasons. I got Morgan to be a demo dog. Well, I got dogs before Morgan to be my demo dogs, and none of them were extroverted. They all would rather be with just their family. The more they were exposed to more people, the more stress they got, the more, not necessarily like mean, but they just kind of got grumpy. Like they would hide behind us for people and they just kind of looked like done. And so I could just tell it wasn't the life for them. We got Morgan, fourth time's the charm, to be our demo dog to take to events and show people, what standard a dog could be to. And so she is the perfect dog for the job because she loves it. And so we used her a lot for our demos and going out into public, and not our other three dogs. It's not because we didn't love our other dogs. That's not why we didn't take them to events. We didn't take them to events because we loved our dogs and we loved them for who they were. So often contact us for specific reasons. I got my dog for this reason. Can you make my dog do good downtown? Yes, I can make your dog be well behaved downtown. However, if your dog is not an extroverted dog, I'm going to recommend you don't take your dog downtown for the joy, for the happiness, for the love of your dog. So how do you know if your dog's an introvert or an introvert or an extrovert? It's kind of simple. I don't want to say easy, right? Simple's not always easy. Simple is a simple concept, but it does take some effort and some observation skills and witnessing your dog's behavior around people. So when you have friends over, what does your dog do? Does your dog cling to them? Is he right beside them? Is he breathing hot air into their face, demanding that they give him or her attention? I would say your dog is probably more of an extrovert then. Like your dog loves to be around people, that it feels good around people. If your dog comes up and they're really excited to say hi and then they go lay away from everybody, I would say it's probably okay to assume that your dog's an introvert. Those extroverted dogs are probably going to be the dogs that lay right beside you. They hate being away from you. They stalk you, your company, not necessarily you. Remember, your introverted dogs will still act extroverted to you because they're used to you. But for people, for company, that strangers that come to your house that your dog's not 100% familiar with, not super comfortable with, this is what I'm specifically talking about. Does your dog lay at their feet? Does your dog cling to them? Does your dog follow them? Or does your dog try to say hi and then distance themselves? They might go lay in a different room. They might lay on the other side of the room. So little subtle things like that can help you see if your dog's an introvert or an extrovert. Same thing going downtown. If your dog is pulling or letting you know they'd like to go say hi, because we train dogs not to pull, but they can still show us that they want to go say hi to somebody. They kind of just point in that direction without pulling on the leash, like, hey guys, do you see that person? I want to go say hi. That's what Morgan does. She sees people and she's like, hey, I want to go say hi. And we know that she loves that energy. Once she says hi though, like she's there. Like she'll lay at their feet. She'll sit beside them. If they try to walk away, she'll walk a few steps with them like, hey, come on, I'm right here. Whereas like if we did take our other 3 dogs downtown, we'd only do it for very brief trips. Like if we had to go to like a pet store or something, I thought I'll take them out for a quick errand. We'd go in, they would want to go say hi, and then they'd walk back to me and sit beside me like, okay, I'm done. Let's go. I don't want to be here anymore. And that was kind of their subtle way of saying, I need to go get recharged now because I just gave them all of my energy to say hi and I'm done. So I want you to take an honest assessment at your dog. Start to think, if they were a person acting that way in public, what would you think they were, an introvert or an extrovert? So are they clingy? Do they want to engage with every single person they meet? Are they selective about the people they say hi to? Do they spend more time with you than other people when they're out and about? And just try to gauge, if they were a human, would they be an introvert or an extrovert? So I hope that helps clarify it for you guys. I hope it helps people understand that you can't just get any dog and expect it to be exactly how you want it to be, because all of them are individuals just like people, and we all have our strengths and we all have our dislikes and we all have our loves, right? Like what we love to do and then what we don't like to do. I love to be around people, but it drains me. I don't like to do dishes, but I have to because I'm a mom. So we all have our likes and dislikes, but dogs, they can't be formed to you. They can't be forced into your mold. Sometimes you get lucky and that dog is exactly what you were looking for. And even as a puppy, we use a puppy test. It's called Puppy Aptitude Test by Wendy Volhard. And it's a great way to kind of not score as far as like you get an A+ and you failed, but to rank your puppy on your needs and wants for a dog. And so you can get a dog that's more confident and outgoing, and those might be the dogs that try to push those boundaries more because they're like, yeah, I know what I want and I'm gonna get it. Or you can get a dog that might be more quieter, but still confident. That's going to be a great therapy dog. You don't want a pushy, bratty dog to be a therapy dog. However, you do want a pushy, bratty dog to do agility, fly ball, more drivey type of games because they're like, yeah, man, I'm there. You don't want somebody to go up to a therapy dog situation and be like, hey, pet me, I'm right here. That's kind of rude. Like you need a dog that's just, quiet and subtle and saying, hey, if you need me, I'm here. And I would love to comfort you. That's a great therapy dog. And so the Wendy Volhard's Puppy Aptitude Test is our recommendation for our own personal dogs, for clients that want to get new puppies, and you can use this for shelter rescue dogs. You can use this for rescue organizations. You can use this for breeders. And a good breeder, in my personal opinion, should already be using this or something similar to this. to make sure that puppy goes into the right home that's going to be the best match, right? So we can't always pick the babies that we have, human babies, but we can pick our puppies, and there are tests that we can do to make sure that they match up better with our needs and wants as a family. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments. I feel like I was a little all over the place on this Facebook Live. So I do apologize if it wasn't as clear as I anticipated, but I did get a little flustered when we lost our internet connection. So if you have questions, please post them in the comments, and I would love to clarify farther on anything that I wasn't clear, or maybe something that I made more confusing when it was clear before you listen to the Facebook Live. So please post those questions in the comments. If you know a family that could benefit from this video, please share it on their page or tag them in the comments. We would like as many people to see this as possible, because we want to help as many people as possible. So you can help us doing that by sharing or tagging people in the comments. All right, if you join us next Thursday, I will be here for our next Facebook Live. See you then. Bye.